Rory McIlroy has seen quite the major championship drought these past 8 years, but don't you think his other accomplishments have been overlooked? There's more to this man than meets the eye. Yes, we are talking about the Player of the Year awards, 3 FedEx Cup trophies, and his brilliant finishes in majors, which all led him to being our number 1. Today, we'll discuss his remarkable consistency and all he's got to say about it. First up, McIlroy bagged the top position once again. He showed excellent consistency, and his remarkable win at the CJ Cup solidified his top rank. Rory is headed into his 107th week as the top golfer on this planet. This would be his 23rd career PGA Tour title, and it's very deserved. It's also his 9th time bagging the top spot. His last spell at the top ended in July 2020, but our man is back now, replacing American player Scottie Scheffler, who is at the number 1 position for his 30th week. And unlike popular, or should we say LIV fans' belief, this isn't just because many top golfers have opted for the new and shiny Saudi-funded golf series. We all know that McIlroy would top them all, even if these golfers received official ranking points. And please, these so-called top golfers don't look so great since they started playing LIV events. Don't even get us started on this one. This is his 9th time at the top. We are confident it won't be the last of them. He's got a lot to look forward to. No one can match Rory's commitment and passion for the game, and it won't be long before we see him bagging more major titles. Don't believe us? Just wait. Coming up, and being so close to the top consistently is no joke. Let's rewind to the golfer's first time at number 1 and show you how good he is. The OWGR's top 10 looked different when McIlroy won the Honda Classic 2012 and got to number 1. If you looked at that list today, you wouldn't believe it, and we don't blame you. These players are currently ranked much lower, and that's because it's not easy to remain at or even near the top position. Golf is typically considered a sport where athletes have longer careers, but this feat is still difficult. Of course, Rory himself was pretty young back then, only 22. Most of these players are much older, but that doesn't mean it's not shocking. We'll show you. Next, how are those golfers faring right now? And let's compare that with Rory. Only 2 of those golfers are currently in the top 100. You heard that right. Forget the top 10. Forget the top 50. Only 2 of the top 10 golfers from 2012 are in the top 100. And the remaining ones? It looks like they're ancient history. Not gone, but most definitely forgotten. Remember Jason Day? He's only a year older than McIlroy. This man got to number 1 in 2015 and 2016. Where is he now? Number 146. So no, don't even try to give us the age argument here. Luke Donald is the guy Rory replaced at the top spot. He's not even in the top 500. But Rory himself is a completely different story. Since 2010, this man has only ended 1 year outside the top 10. Even then, he was literally at number 11. We don't know what to say if that doesn't prove just how good and consistent he is. He's been at it for more than a decade, and at 33, the Northern Irishman has many years ahead of him to win the top spot again and again. Moving on, Rory recalls his emotional climb back to the top. It all began with an empty stomach and a missed cut. Let's go back in time, almost 7 months back, when McIlroy missed the cut at the Valero Texas Open in late March. He recalled how bad he felt as he went to bed on an empty stomach that night. Don't mistake his despair for hopelessness, because all the while, Rory was thinking, let's just wake up tomorrow and start again. He was number 9 on the OWGR at that time, and this time he didn't fall back. The rest, as we know, is history. The CJ Cup victory came, a final round 67 with 4 birdies in a 5-hole stretch on the back 9. McIlroy could easily bogey the last 2 holes and still win over Kurt Kitayama. The win put him back in the top position. The golfer could have never imagined his highs and lows this year. We'll try to keep it as short as possible. He had his early exit from TPC San Antonio. Then, just a week after Valero, Rory holed a 72-hole bunker shot for a 64 at Augusta National for a career-best 2nd place at the Masters. He also finished 8th at the PGA Championship back in May, won the Canadian Open, and tied for 5th at the US Open in June. But in July, he surrendered his 54-hole lead at the Open at St. Andrews and finished 3rd, only to win the Tour Championship and FedEx Cup in August. it's been a wild ride. In his own words, a wild 6 months. The 33-year-old said, "If someone told me Friday night at Valero that I would be world number 1 by October, I would have asked them what they were smoking." We get why. No one would be able to believe that after such a huge setback. Not to forget, the emergence of LIV Golf has created some drama too. It's not just the course that's seen some highs and lows. The world of golf has been shaken by the advent of LIV Golf, creating a rather bitter divide in men's professional golf. The rival circuit has poached many tour stars, including Open champion Cameron Smith. All this time, Rory has been one of the biggest proponents of the tour, and he's never afraid to argue for his home ground. But it's not just that. Surprisingly, all 3 of his hit victories this year have been right on time in the feud with LIV. The same weekend that LIV kicked off its first event in England, Rory defeated Justin Thomas in Canada. Late August saw rumors of many PGA Tour players about to sign with LIV, and McIlroy just won his 3rd FedEx Cup title. Not just that, he also said that the tour was the best place to play golf. And this week, McIlroy took all the spotlight by being the world's number 1, while LIV prepares for its season finale at the Trump Doral. We don't know about you, but these coincidences sound cool. Let's look at what the star says about these 3 wins. The Northern Irishman spoke of his dedication over these 3 amazing victories. He mentioned how he always had to go out there and win them. Be it the FedEx Cup, Canada, or this CJ Cup, he had to earn it. To him, that's the most satisfying thing of all. Not the outcome, but the process that went behind it. Oh, and he doesn't just have these wins. His finishes have been amazing as well. The man's got 12 top 10s, 10 top 5s, and only 1 missed cut. Speaking of that missed cut, many of you may think it was San Antonio that prompted him to get going now. We did too. And while that may not be entirely wrong, we think the real test began after his emotional and unsuccessful performance at the Ryder Cup a year ago, in September 2021. That loss also had him drop to 16th in the world. Just weeks later, we saw him winning the 2021 CJ Cup and officially kicking off his climb up to the top. Perhaps that's also why this year's victory was so emotional for the 33-year-old. Rory had come full circle. He's worked so hard over the past 12 months to win back the top position, and he knows it. The Northern Irishman talked about how 2021 CJ Cup was the start for him to build himself back up to the top. He commented on his Ryder Cup performance and how that was tough for him. He's not used to being outside the top 10. Finally, what's different about this time? For Rory, it's the surrounding team, the people he shares his success with. We're not just talking about his loving family of his wife Erica and daughter Poppy, but also his caddy Harry Diamond and longtime coach Michael Bannon, his agent Sean O'Flaherty, putting coach Brad Faxon, and mental coach Dr. Bob Rotella have also contributed to his success. McIlroy didn't leave one of these names out during his winning press conference on Sunday. He said that the steady climb back to the summit isn't a solo effort, and these people deserve all the praise they can get. He couldn't dream of being on this journey with anyone else, and he's got more to achieve in 2022. He's traveling to Dubai next month for the DP World Tour's season finale, and right now, he's just focused on enjoying the game as much as he ever has. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Rory's journey this year? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.